On the finale of Big Brother 27, Ashley Hollis was declared the winner, taking home the $750,000 prize. The final jury vote tallied 6-1 in her favor over Vince Panaro. Alongside Ashley and Vince, the third finalist on finale night was Morgan Pope. She was evicted just before the jury vote, after Ashley won the final Head of Household (HOH) competition and chose Vince to sit beside her in the final two. The path to victory: strategy, surprises and final moves. Game style: undercover, strategic, social. For much of the season, Ashley flew under the radar. She didn't win any HOH competitions until the final one. Despite this, she built a strong social game, forging alliances, avoiding being seen as a threat, and winning jury trust. Her gameplay has been described as methodical and legal mindset savvy. Before the show, she was a lawyer, which helped her anticipate jury questions and frame her arguments accordingly. Final HOH and jury pitch: risk and reward. In the three-part final HOH competition, she outplayed both Morgan and Vince to earn the final HOH safety. Then came a bold and risky choice. She evicted Morgan, who many expected to be taken to final two, and took Vince to face the jury. During the jury Q&A and final speeches, Ashley revealed her identity as a lawyer and argued that she played with integrity, social finesse, and emotional intelligence, a contrast to Vince's game, which the jury perceived as weak socially. The fallout, reactions, surprise and legacy. For many viewers and houseguests alike, Ashley's win was surprising, especially given she had avoided being a target and didn't dominate physical comps. Her underdog arc resonated because it showed how cunning social gameplay can win over power moves. In her post-win interview, Ashley admitted she had intentionally thrown at least one challenge earlier in the season, during a double eviction, to avoid exposing her alliances, a calculated move that paid off. According to her, the strategy was never to dominate, but to control, blend in until the final moment, then strike. That strategy led to her being the first player in the history of the series who won their first HOH only in the finale and still won. She plans to use her winnings thoughtfully, focusing on family, future investments, possibly a home. Why this win matters: what her victory says about reality TV strategy. Her win challenges a long-standing assumption that dominance in competitions or being physically/socially aggressive guarantees victory. Instead, it underscores that social intelligence, strategic restraint, and timing can win over overt power plays. It shows how self-perception and public perception diverge. A player underestimated inside the house, and by the audience, can emerge as the winner if they handle perception and jury management correctly. It reinforces a lesson finalists and build up to the finale. The final three contestants going into the finale were Ashley Hollis, Vince Panaro, and Morgan Pope. Season 27 ran 83 days, with 17 houseguests battling it out inside the house. Heading into the final Head of Household (HOH) competition, Morgan was seen by many as the frontrunner to win, but the finale had other plans: finale night, HOH, final two and jury vote. Here's how the victory unfolded in the finale programming. 1. Final HOH competition, 3 parts. In round 1, Morgan won. In round 2, Ashley rebounded, winning after Vince messed up part of the puzzle. In the final round, part 3, the perjury duty, Ashley dominated, correctly answering more questions than Morgan to clinch victory and become final HOH. 2. Final 2 decision. With her first and only HOH win of the season, Ashley chose to evict Morgan and bring Vince to the final 2. 3. Final jury and vote. The jury, former houseguests, voted. The result, 6-1 in favor of Ashley over Vince. The lone vote for Vince came from Morgan. So the winner, Ashley Hollis. Runner-up, Vince Panaro. As winner, Ashley Hollis took home the $750,000 prize. Vince, as runner-up, got $75,000. The winner of America's Favorite Houseguest, AFP, voted by fans, was Keanu Soto, who earned $50,000. Why Ashley's win stands out: social game over challenges. Ashley didn't dominate in physical competitions earlier in the season. Her first HOH win came only in the finale. Yet she leveraged a strong social and strategic game. In her final jury speech, she leaned into her background, she's a lawyer, and framed her gameplay around relationships, trust, and timing rather than brute force wins. Her win underscores a recurring lesson: sometimes, being underestimated, then revealing depth at the right time, is more powerful than winning every challenge. Finale drama, fallout and fan reaction. The finale also revealed a major twist. Behind the season's mastermind plot was not just one person. A trio of former houseguests, Frankie Grande, Jesse Goddard and Eric Stein, were unmasked. After her win, Ashley publicly called out Vince for what she claimed was manipulative gameplay, reviving debates among fans about what's fair play versus too far. Many fans and critics called the finale one of the most dramatic in recent memory, not just for the outcome, but for how it was won, not by strength or dominance, but by social acuity, timing, and seizing the moment. Ignored in competition shows, a well-played, slow and steady game can be the most dangerous game of all. Finale night, when and how to watch. The season 27 finale airs Sunday, September 28, 2025. The live finale begins at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time, and runs for about 2 hours, until 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're in a different time zone, the time will differ accordingly. ET is U.S. East Coast Standard. Where to watch? Broadcast on the traditional TV network CBS. Stream via Paramount Plus, live simulcast, if you have the premium plan, or on demand afterward. Other TV streaming services that carry CBS, where available, also support live viewing. Live feeds, 24/7 house surveillance. These are typically turned off shortly before the finale, as houseguests are prepped for the live show. So, whether you use traditional TV or stream online, tuning in by 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time is your best bet to catch the finale live. What the finale will include, what to expect. The finale episode, episode 39, will pack the final HOH, head of household, competition between the last 3 houseguests. The final eviction, or reveal of the final 2. The jury vote, jury speeches, and ultimately, the winner being crowned. The reveal of the season's mystery twist, the mastermind behind the season's game mechanics, is expected to be unmasked by the end. In other words, it's the final showdown, big drama, strategic reveals, and emotional moments. If you have watched the season so far, tonight is when everything comes together. Season context: what went into finale week? Season 27 premiered July 10, 2025. Over 83 days and a cast of 17 houseguests, players navigated alliances, twists, competitions and betrayals to reach the final 3. The season included a companion show, Big Brother, Unlocked, live feeds and constant surveillance, enabling fans to follow the full arc. So for longtime watchers and newcomers alike, the finale wraps up weeks of gameplay, plotting, and suspense. What to do to watch smoothly, from anywhere. Here's a quick pre-finale checklist. Tune in at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time/PT, start time for the live finale. If you don't have CBS via cable, make sure to log into Paramount Plus, or another streaming service carrying CBS, before showtime. For maximum immersion, plan to watch the full 2-hour broadcast. The finale includes competitions, reveals, jury votes, and final speeches. If you were following live feeds, note that they'll likely go offline before the finale begins. Big Brother, Vince's girlfriend Kelsey breaks her silence on Cheatman's scandal. Background: what is the Cheatman's scandal? During season 27 of Big Brother, Vince Panaro, though in a long-term relationship with Kelsey, formed a close bond with fellow contestant Morgan Pope inside the house. They shared a bed, cuddled, and were seen spending intimate time together on live feeds. Fans quickly dubbed the relationship a cheatments, i.e. a showmance that crossed the line into what many felt was emotional cheating. The drama escalated when, during a family video segment for the Houseguests, Vince received a message from his parents, but no message from Kelsey. That absence raised fans and Vince's own suspicions that something was wrong between them. Vince admitted in a diary room confessional that he was worried. Am I single right now? Did Kelsey dump me? He suggested that if he left the show without winning money, he might end up with nothing. Kelsey speaks out, her reaction and perspective. On November 7, 2025, Kelsey publicly addressed the scandal for the first time via her Instagram story, making her profile public, or visible, for the first time since all the rumors started. In a nearly 4-minute statement, she said that the rumors and people speaking for her during the scandal felt overwhelming, especially because she isn't a typical influencer-type person and doesn't spend much time online. She said she's been trying to take back power after it felt like control was taken away. She emphasized that many people had assumed they knew what was going on, in her relationship or in Vince's, but she insisted that they didn't. Importantly, Kelsey did not elaborate on whether she and Vince are officially back together or confirm the status of their relationship. Nor did she explicitly comment on Vince's relationship with Morgan. She asked people to be kind, adding that she doesn't want anyone to receive hate just because her face or name is now associated with the scandal, what the outside reaction and fallout looked like. Prior to her statement, there were signs that